Good morning, Sunday school friends. I am so impressed each week with all of the things that you can tell me about the Bible hero for that Sunday. Well, last Sunday we learned a lot about Abraham and how Abraham had to have faith in God and how God kept his promises to him. Well, today's Bible hero, is Joseph. And we have several Josephs in the Bible, but this Joseph is the Joseph from the Old Testament. And you sent in your videos again telling me how much you know about him. I'm going to read first from our Bible picture about what we know about Joseph. Joseph was wise and brave. Although his brothers were jealous of him and sold him into slavery, he continued to love them. He became a leader and helped the whole country prepare for a famine. God put him in the right place at the right time. Joseph trusted God in all situations. Now, each week our Bible hero kind of has a theme. This week, it's about trust. Joseph had a lot of things happen to him, and a lot of good, but a lot of bad too. You heard in here that Joseph had some jealous brothers, and I'm going to read more about that in a book called The Boy Who Saved His Family. Now, this is one of our Arch books, and it does a really good job of explaining more about Joseph's story. Once there was a boy named Joseph. He was one of 13 children. Their father was Jacob. Their family had lived in the land of Canaan ever since their great-grandfather Abraham. Remember Abraham? It's the same guy. Jacob owned many animals. His children took care of the sheep and goats. Jacob loved Joseph best of all his sons. He gave him a long coat with long sleeves. This showed that Joseph was to be the leader. The boy was very proud of his coat. His brothers could see that their father loved Joseph more than any of them. They hated Joseph because of this. So even though Joseph was one of the younger brothers, his father gave him a really special coat over all his other brothers. Once Joseph told his brothers, "I dreamed we were tying bundles of wheat. Your bundles bow down to mine." This made the brothers angry. Another time, Joseph told them, "I dreamed that the sun and the moon and 11 stars bow down to me." "Do you think we will bow down to you?" the brothers laughed. One day, Joseph was looking for his brothers. "Let's kill the dreamer," they said when they saw him coming. "No," said the oldest brother, "let's put him in this deep hole." So they took away the new coat and put him in the deep hole. Just then some men rode by. "Would you like to buy a boy?" the brothers called out. "You could sell him in Egypt." "Yes, we will buy him," said the men. The brothers put goat's blood on Joseph's coat. When Jacob, Joseph's father, saw the coat, he cried, "A wild beast has killed my boy," and he was very sad. On his way to Egypt, Joseph cried, "Will I ever see my father again? Why did my brothers do this to me?" Then Joseph thought, God can make bad things turn out good. Joseph wasn't so afraid anymore. In Egypt, Joseph was sold to a rich man. He had to work without pay, but his master liked his work, and God was with him. Let's see how God keeps his promise to keep Joseph safe and how Joseph has to continue to trust God. One night, the king of Egypt sent for all his wise men. He said, "I dreamed that I saw 7 fat cows and 7 thin cows. The thin cows ate up the fat ones. Then I saw 7 good ears of wheat and 7 bad ears of wheat. The bad ears ate up the good ones." What does this mean? But none of the wise men knew. Then one of his servants said, "Joseph knows the meaning of dreams." The king sent for him at once. Joseph was a grown man now. Joseph explained the dreams. "O king, for 7 years much food will grow, and for 7 years nothing will. Store up food in the good years, then there will be food for the bad years. Remember that word famine I read earlier? A famine means that there isn't any food, that there's no water to grow the food, and so no food is going to come into Egypt. You are very wise, the king told Joseph. Take care of things for me. The king gave Joseph new clothes and the king's ring and carriage. Soon the 7 good years came. Everything grew just so that Joseph had to have new barns built to store the wheat. Then came the bad years, but people could buy food from Joseph because they were ready and listened to him. So Joseph's big brothers came too. They bowed way down before him. They did not know he was Joseph, but he knew them. You are spies, he said. Oh no, sir, they cried. We have come only to buy food for our family. They don't remember him as the boy they threw and sold off. No, you are spies, Joseph said. Put them in jail, he ordered. After 3 days, the brothers were taken back to Joseph. Now we are paying for what we did to Joseph, they whispered. Joseph heard what they said, and he felt sorry for them. I am Joseph, your brother, he cried. I am not angry with you anymore. God brought me to Egypt to save us all from hunger. And now they recognize him. The brothers were so happy. They had long been sorry for what they had done to Joseph. They went to get the whole family. How happy Jacob, his father, was. Lord, he cried, you are taking such good care of us. God said, I shall go with you to Egypt. Someday I will bring your family back and give them this land. Jacob, the father, and his children moved to Egypt. Joseph cried for joy when he saw his father. The family got sacks of flour and good grassland for their animals, and God was with them. But one day they would return home. The end. So in our book, The Boy Who Saved His Family, we can recognize that even through all of his hardships, right, in the beginning, Joseph got this wonderful bright colored coat by his father, but his brothers got jealous. And they decided to take out their jealousy by selling him off to some traders who brought him to Egypt. And even though that happened, and Joseph didn't get to see his family for a long time, God still used Joseph to work wonders and to tell others of this special dream so that he could help people have food for when the famine came. God keeps his promises like we learned with Abraham last week, and we can trust God like Joseph did because God has a plan. All right, well, next week, our Bible hero is Moses. So go ahead and send in your videos for everything you remember about Moses in the Bible. And have a great week.